Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a review on the Keune Absolute Volume range. So this is the Absolute Volume range here. It's actually their purple range, not purple shampoo and conditioner, but it's like a purple band around the bottom. And we're going to talk all about that today. But before we jump into that, if you guys are new to my channel, my name is Jess and I make hair videos on a regular basis. So if you are new, please don't forget to click that subscribe button down below. I would really appreciate it. If you haven't watched one of these videos before, I will basically break down some of the main ingredients in these shampoos and conditioners and give you my overall review. If you are new, then my hair is a normal to dry hair. I have naturally wavy hair which gets a little bit of curl to it. It is regularly quite dry. It is quite natural. The only colour I have in the ends of my hair is this bit down here. It's blue, and I'll be talking about that in another video, but the rest of this is my natural colour. As for styling, my hair has actually been styled by my Dyson Airwrap, and there will be a video coming up soon on how I did that. This is second day curls. So let's jump straight into the video. We're going to talk all about the shampoo, so let's grab that bottle. This is the Keune Absolute Volume shampoo from the Care range. As I said before, it does have the light purple band around the bottom, and this shampoo is 300 mils, and the retail price for this shampoo is actually $24.95, so which is actually not that bad for a fairly high-end shampoo and conditioner. Both retail for $24.95. This is 300 mils. The conditioner is $2.50, which is a big pet peeve of mine because I like to have my bottles be the same size, but let's not get into that. As for the Care, the volume range, let's talk about their claims. It is volumizing for normal to fine hair, gently cleanses shampoo that builds serious body thanks to its blend of essential minerals, wheat proteins, and pro vitamin B5. Hair is left voluminous, not luscious, shiny, and strong. I will absolutely agree with the volume part of that. I will agree with the voluminous and weightless claims that it has. As for gently cleansing, I highly disagree, and I'll talk about the ingredients in it in a second, but I actually found this very stripping of my hair, and it actually would be a very good, for my type of hair, it would be a very good clarifying shampoo, as it is not sulfate free, but we'll talk about that in a second. And I would definitely not say it is good for normal hair, especially not dry hair. But we will again talk about that in a second. So let's chat ingredients. The first ingredient is water. The first ingredient in most shampoos is water. Not a big surprise. Your second is your SLES, which is a sodium lauryl sulfate. This is something that's often confused with sodium lauryl sulfate. This is a milder and less irritating sulfate. However, it is still a sulfate. So it is not a sulfate-free shampoo if that is bothering to you. And in generally, I don't use a lot of sulfates in my shampoos, but if that is a bother to you, then just be wary of that. You got decyl glucoside is your next ingredient, and that is a vegetable-based cleanser. Again, another cleansing property, something that's going to deep clean your hair. Like I said, this is not mild by any means in my opinion, but I don't have overly greasy hair. However, I did have overnight oils in my hair. I had put oils in my hair for the night before and then washed it out. So I think that this is a good representation for me of someone who's got oily hair to tell you that shampooing with this twice, which is what I always do, was actually very stripping. It's got hydrolyzed wheat protein as your third ingredient. If you are looking for something that is good for protein, then maybe this will be something for you. If you have protein sensitive hair, stay away completely because this shampoo and conditioner have a fair amount of protein in it. It does have some other really cool ingredients, which I'll talk about in a second, but hydrolyzed protein, which is amino acid peptide based protein that moisturizes and forms films over the hair for protective bases. We also have two other cleansers, which is coca metapropyl whitening and laureth 2. Again, more cleansing agents basically. Obviously not as strong as our sulfate at the beginning, but just adding additional to that. We also have sodium chloride, which is salt, and this particular thing it uses as a thickener for the formula because it is sulfate based. We've also got panthenol. Panthenol is a really nice moisturizing ingredient. It has a humectant, which means that it absorbs moisture and helps trap it into the hair shaft, so that is definitely not a bad thing. We also have PEG 200 hydrogenated glycerol palmate. I probably butchered that, but which is basically a fatty acid with hydrogenated palm oil. So if you have a thing against palm oil, just be wary of that. But it is used for thickening the shampoo. It is also used in the case of people who have sensitive or delicate skin, which was what I found a lot of information on. I found that this is quite a common ingredient in things for sensitive skin. We've also got hydrogenated castor oil, which is a moisturizer and a stabilizer. This helps prevent moisture loss, but doesn't actually penetrate the hair shaft because of the large molecule size. So it helps just to stabilize the hair and also helps to keep things in the hair. We've got propylene glycol, which is another humectant moisturizing ingredient. And this one also helps to products to penetrate the hair better. We've got quite a few preservatives in this. Some of them I can't even begin to pronounce, and a few I've never even heard of, but that is something to be wary of. The one I want to mention is tetrasodium EDTA. This is one that was quite questionable on the website that I looked, and I did a little bit of further research into it. And while there's a lot of controversial information on the internet, the final product was that it is not dangerous in the small amounts that it is used in hair products. However, it has been sort of questioned on its safety to like hair and skincare. From what I found, it was approved and it is safe. However, if that is something you are worried about, I maybe stay away from this particular product. It also has fragrance, which if you are sensitive to fragrance, be wary, I'm just letting you know. We also have parabens, colorants, and more preservatives. We have methylparaben. Again, I generally stay away from sulfates and parabens in my shampoo and conditioners, so this is not something that I really appreciate. But last of all, I want to talk about a group of ingredients, and they're all from the same area, and I'm going to butcher the way this is said, but it's Saccharomyces. I'm going to put it on the screen if I can. And that they mix that with copper, zinc, and silicone in this. And this is actually a really, really cool ingredient. It's based from fungi, which is disgusting sounding, but it is based on a fungi that ferments sugars and produces antioxidants. But the reason that they include this is it actually has been scientifically proven to stimulate healing and cell repair. So for people who have overly damaged hair, this ingredient is supposed to be awesome for not only healing and repairing your hair, but it helps to stimulate new cell growth and new healing, which is really, really cool. And this is actually in the conditioner as well. So I won't mention it again, but if you guys want to do a little bit more research on that, it is very, very cool. I will leave the link down below to the website that I was reading it from, and it's, yeah, really awesome. Let's talk about the shampoo as a whole. It is a peachy color and it is clear. It's not like a thick creamy texture by any means. It is a clear runny texture. It does have a very soft floral scent, nothing that is overbearing. There is only one, I believe, fragrant ingredient in the shampoo, and so therefore it's not overwhelming. However, there is a fragrance. The thing that I disliked about this was that for me it was very, very drying. It was overly cleansing, and I understand that it's for volume, so it's going to leave your hair fairly squeaky clean because you need that for volume. However, it is marketed towards normal to fine hair, and I have normal hair that sort of can be on the dry side, but it is normal. I don't have a ton of damage to my hair because I don't color it and I very rarely heat style it. So the fact that this was marketed towards people who have oily, normal hair and not people with oily hair was probably where they went wrong, because this is very clarifying to me. Like I said, put in a moisturizer, a moisturizing conditioning mask and oils overnight in my hair, and so that really should have eased that effect on me. I could not imagine how drying this would have been if I did not have those protective barriers in place when I did use this. So my main thing is that I do not recommend this for somebody who has normal to even dry hair or thick hair. I don't think this is good for that. If you have oily to fine hair, I think this would actually be a really good product for you, and definitely would give you the volume that you're looking for. Let's chat conditioners, or the conditioner. The conditioner is in an identical little bottle. The bottles are quite classy looking. It just has black writing with a light grey line and black writing on the back. It also has 8 different languages on the back. So if you are from a country that doesn't speak English as your main language, it's good to know. They're also made in Holland, Amsterdam, or USA Atlanta. It has both. Again, this is the Absolute Volume Conditioner from the Care range. And let's talk about their claims. Is a lightweight volumizing conditioner for normal to fine hair. Wheat proteins strengthen hair structure and give volume. Pretty basic claims, and I'm not going to say that that's wrong. It doesn't actually claim to give any moisture, and I would 100% agree with that. That being said, when I was in the shower, it did give my hair slip, which is nice. So if you put this in your hair in the shower, while it is not overly hydrating and moisturizing, it definitely gives it slip, and it definitely gives it detangledness, and it's definitely easier to brush through and feels soft. So I can't complain about that. It is only once my hair was dry that I really noticed how drying this conditioning shampoo was. But anyway, I did mention that, and I'll talk about it again at the end. Aqua, water, first ingredient, pretty typical. We've also got cetyl alcohol, which is an emollient that leaves soft feeling hair and gives body. It also helps to maintain that oil-water balance. So things that, because this conditioner uses both oil-based and water-based ingredients, and it helps those two to work well together. It is a fatty alcohol. People are always really scared of alcohols. This is one of the good ones. Non-drying and non-irritating, and having it high up in that conditioner is not a bad thing. Neither is having glycerin. Glycerin is one of those really good ingredients. It is a natural moisturizer that helps hair to stay healthy, helps to protect hair cells, protects against irritation, and restores the barrier around your hair. So glycerin is a really, really nice ingredient to have. We've also got, I cannot pronounce this very well, so we're going to try it though. Stearamidoropropyl dimethylamide. Oh, gotta butcher that. Let's pop it up on the screen. And this is a silicone replacement. It is a conditioning silicone replacement. Apparently it is one of the most used silicone replacement, and is very conditioning. And it was quite highly recommended from the research that I said. However, this does have silicone in it as well, so just be wary of that. It does have a silicone in it if you are silicone free. But it's much lower down on the list, and this is the replacement they use quite high up. We also have lactic acid, which always confuses me, I guess, in a conditioner. However, lactic acid does have hydration properties. However, it is mostly used as an exfoliator to help lift dead skin cells. And so any dead skin cells on the hair follicles, we don't want dead skin cells. We don't want things blocking anything from getting in and out of the hair. This is another one of those hard words to say. Distosterolethyl dimonium chloride. We're going to butcher that probably. This is a vegetable origin based conditioning agent that is good for sleek and shiny hair. Again, I did a little bit of research on this because it sounded scary and it wasn't one that I was familiar with, but it's actually quite common, and it's actually highly recommended for people who are using it for sleek hair, and especially people who like vegan products. We've got propylene glycol. We spoke about that in our conditioner shampoo. We've also got amidimethicone. This is the other silicone that I mentioned. This is the amino acid based silicone with long-lasting hair conditioning benefits, and it is a film-forming conditioning silicone. So of the silicones you could have in the conditioners, this is probably the best one. And then it also paired with that silicone adjacent. We've also got some preservatives and some fragrances. I don't particularly mind having fragrance in my hair care, but if you are sensitive to that, just be wary. We've also got tocopherol, which is an antioxidant. Antioxidants are always good for your hair. We've also got that hydrolyzed wheat protein. Again, like I said, if you're looking for a protein-based shampoo and conditioner, this one's not bad at all. However, if you're protein sensitive, maybe steer clear. We've got cetrimonium chloride, which is our antibacterial and antimicrobial product. And then again, we've also got those Saccharomyces. Again, this one has magnesium, iron, zinc, copper, and silicone. And this was that fungi-based ingredient again, the one that helps with healing and cell building. So really, really cool ingredient. I don't think I've ever seen it on a product before, and I believe that this is Keune's like preachable ingredient, I suppose. This is an ingredient that they really like to sell, and it is in quite a lot of their products, but it is very, very cool. I will give it that. Let's talk about how I found it. It is a white lotion type formula. It is not overly thick, but it is not runny either, and it is white. It does give hair, like I said, a lot of slip, but it is very, very lightweight. And not particularly overly moisturizing or heavy. I did found that after I used this, once my hair was dry, it felt a little bit dry. And while my hair is naturally normal to dry anyway, it was a little bit overly dry. I do believe that this counteracted how clarifying the shampoo was very, very well. However, I think that this was still not moisturizing enough for my hair type. So for me, would I recommend this? If you have oily to fine hair, I reckon this would be quite a nice product for you. I think it would be a really nice range. The scent is not overly bearing. It is very nice and floral, but it's not super strong floral. If you have dry, normal, or thick hair, I would stay absolutely away from this. I think that this is just, it's not moisturizing enough, even for that normal hair type. I think that was a little overzealous of them to pitch it towards them, and it is definitely for that fine oily hair type. Is it bad? No. Does my hair feel nice? Yes, but I did use some oils and some leave-in conditioners on top of that to try and combat that, because I found by itself way too drying for me. So that is my review on the Keune Volume Shampoo and Conditioner. If you guys have any requests for any shampoos and conditioners you would like me to review, please leave them in the comments. Don't forget to click the subscribe button if you enjoyed today's video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye! You can't see it, but first thing this morning, I spilled coffee all down this sweater.